Hello there, and welcome to another Colganology. Nice colour blue, eh? Well, I tell you what, it's a bumper year for hagstones. I've just found yet another, and that's a really nice thing to have. But the amount of flints I've got to check is pretty extraordinary. And this field goes for about a quarter of a mile in that direction as well, and goes all the way up over that hill and beyond there as well. Yes, there were a few flints, so the law of averages says I'm bound to find a hagstone sooner or later. And I've just found another. It's hagstone heaven day today. That one's almost perfectly circular, that hole. That's amazing. Almost looks like it's been drilled, which it quite clearly hasn't when you look at it. I thought it was actually another hole going down to there, but it's not, it's just a bit. But yeah, there you go, another hagstone. 2 today. Hurrah. Okay, this is mad. Let's make that 3, and this is a big one. Look at that beauty. Still a bit of mud in the hole, I'll have to dig that out. But that's a corker. That's 3 on one walk. Hang on, I get a better view that side. 3 hagstones on one walk. That's a new record for me. I've only ever, on these walks anyway, I've only ever found 1 at a time, and the best I've ever had on a beach is 2. So my goodness, I'm having a good day. I don't know what my fascination with stones is. I think it's partly growing up in West Penwith, because that part of Cornwall, everywhere you go there's stone circles and dolmens and standing stones and all these sorts of monuments. We'd quite often visit them when I was a kid, you know, on family walks. I'll put a few photographs up here so you can see what I mean. There's also, you know, ancient Iron Age villages like Carnuni and Shysoster and these sorts of places. And it just became, they're just part of the landscape. And as I got older, understanding that those hold stones and interesting landscapes were the reason why people like Barbara Hepworth created the sort of sculptures she did, and how many artists the landscape inspired, just made me realise how important it was. And I never lost it. At the age of 62, I'm still visiting these sort of Neolithic sites. Just before lockdown, I went to the Outer Hebrides and visited Callanish and various other sites there. And just this May, I was up in Scotland on a fishing expedition. Didn't catch any fish, but I did visit quite a few stone circles and standing stones. And you know, a couple of weeks ago I went to see a showing in London of A Year in a Field, a documentary all about a standing stone in a field in West Penwith, where I come from originally. So it's just always there, been a part of my life. There's never been a time when stones and these Neolithic sites have not meant something to me. Will I ever grow out of it? Nah. How can such a little helicopter make so much bloody noise? The yellow of the gorse flowers against the sky, that blue, oh, it's just stunning, just stunning. I do love the yellow of gorse flower, and the smell is amazing. It's that smell of coconut in the air. If you go back a few videos and watch one of my videos from when I was in Scotland back in May, I think it was. God, is it that long ago? There's one moment where I'm out walking across a suspension bridge, a little rickety footbridge across the river, and there's basically banks of gorse on both sides of the river, and the smell on that bridge was staggering. It's like I had my nose inside a coconut. It was amazing. Oh, there's another one of those very noisy tiny helicopters. They've been the bane of my life today. Well, this one's not as noisy as the last one. I've just met a chap who's been walking these meadows for, well, he reckoned probably 30-35 years. And he says he quite clearly remembers when they were just flat meadows with cows on them, because the land then belonged to a local farm. It's changed a lot in the last 30-35 years. Some of these trees were originally planted back in the early 80s. An awful lot of them, particularly the small younger ones, are all self-seeded. But give it another few hundred years, this will be a decent piece of woodland. And how nice is that? Another unusual species captured in the wild. Today is definitely about celebrating colour, while also moaning about noisy bloody aircraft. It's going to be a theme. It's going to be a theme today, definitely. Look at these rosehips though. Oh my goodness. Well, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's little episode, today's little video diary from the Chiltern Hills. And if you liked it, please like, please follow, because there's going to be more of the same. But in the meantime, bye bye, doodle pip.